out my head though.
See, that's why
Oh, that bullshit got him up out my head. Man, that boy was going, man.
Came across the sides, okay? It's acting like you know everything. Bam, I did know what I was doing, okay? No, you didn't know it wouldn't have ended up like this. This is a disaster, and the net's completely tangled. I don't think this is what Mom and Dad had in mind when they entrusted us to get this done. Gabe, do you realize that he does this every time? Great day to do that too, man. You know, Mom going to the hospital and everything. Let's keep spirits high. Bam! Stop.
Now, in the back of all of our minds, we're thinking about Mom. We're wondering what's going on, and that adds to the stress of the situation immensely. But this is really important. We do need to bring back as many fish as we can, and it is all about the family at the end of the day.
We have to be here all day.
It really is, man.
Watch that side. That side's bad.
Over 100 miles away, Amy, Billy, and the kids arrive in Juneau. And Amy's symptoms are getting worse by the minute.
Seeing Mom like this, it's difficult. She's in a lot of pain right now, and the main thing is that I don't know what it is.
Birdie.
Hospital. Oh, I think it was so well.
I got my boy up out of there. Legs to France, boy.
Upon arrival,
Man.
Billy and Amy are brought straight back for testing.
You can go in if you want.
No, it's fine. I understand that you don't want to go in.
Don't want to go in. Don't want to see it. Don't want to go in.
Get in.
I don't like going to the hospitals. I've never gone into like a big hospital. I've been in like clinics and stuff. It reminds me of a dad went into a coma, and it's not something I want to remember. You don't think we'll have to hold her, dude?
I hope not.
I'd have to sleep out here and wait for her.
With the kind of injury that Mom has, it could be an injury that stays with you for the rest of your life. It makes it difficult to do anything. Living in the bush has more long-lasting effects, I guess you could say.
All right, we can anchor to this rock right here.
Back at Excursion Inlet,
Can you engage the motor yet?
the tide is going out, allowing the boys to try a new strategy.
We're using a seine net, but we're using it from land. We're going to go around a big circle, letting our net out along the way. Then when we get to shore, we'll pull it in and hopefully scoop up a whole lot of fish.
Not tangling us. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. I see one right there. Oh, one just got on the top. Pull the legs. We do not want them getting out. Don't let them out. Not going anywhere. Keep dragging. Amen, brother. Look what we got, guys. Yeah. Okay. Good. Start climbing them. Oh, beautiful.
We got 20 pink salmon. We are filling up ice chests all day long. It's definitely going to help feed us this winter.
Ha-ha! Yeah. Well, Mom's in Juneau right now, you know, and she's had to go to the doctor. There's a lot of pressure on us right now because there's nothing we can do for her. So I'm going to call this a successful venture. This one's for Mom, gentlemen.
Coming up,
You guys, can you read me at all? How is Mom doing?
the Browns' separation may become permanent.
Pain levels through the roof, man. She's really hurting bad. We just don't know. Some good-looking fish. Normally we cube fish because you can eat around the bones. Since it's going in the smoker, I figure we'd better go ahead and fillet them. Boom. There's your fillet. Doesn't get simpler, does it? Give her a shot.
It is a fillet.
Good job, Gabe. Good job.
It is perfect and it is wonderful.
Uh-huh.
It is delicious.
Is it good, really? Actually, it's kind of bitter.
Fiji water is a gift from nature to us, to repay our gift of leaving it completely alone. Bottled at the source, untouched by man, it's Earth's finest water.
I've invited 8 street racing legends to fight it out for the biggest cash prize in street racing history. Let's do it!
Street Outlaws, fastest in America. Only Mondays at 8 on Discovery and Discovery Go.
The night of his demise, the family had gathered to celebrate your father's 85th birthday.
I
think one of his family.
Walt. Is that what you're suggesting?
You know something. Spill it.
I suspect foul play.
Oat milk for all! Planet Oat is oat milk. So what's in it? Oats. Yeah, that makes sense. It sure does.
Oats. I like oats.
I like them too.
What about soy?
Zilch.
Gluten?
No, ma'am.
What about gluten?
Hey, let me check. No.
Will it taste good in my coffee?
You bet.
My cereal?
Of course.
Nice.
That is good.
Good and creamy. I'm having some now. Delicious Planet Oat oat milk. Oat milk for all.
Do you push through 4 or more migraine days a month?
Mom, are you okay to play?
Absolutely. Let's see what's inside. Imagine what you can do with more migraine-free days. When you're not fighting through migraine, imagine the possibilities. Once monthly Emgality is a preventive treatment for migraine in adults. It's specifically developed to help prevent future migraine days. With Emgality, about 60% of people had their migraine days cut in half or more. Don't use if allergic to Emgality. Allergic reactions such as itching, rash, hives, and trouble breathing can occur even days after using. Common side effects include injection site reactions. Don't wait. Ask your primary care doctor or neurologist about Emgality today.
Come on here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
The 4 eldest Brown boys, Matt, Bam, Bear, and Gabe, are fishing in Excursion Inlet,
I see one right there.
catching a record amount of salmon.
Look what we got, guys. Ha ha! Yeah.
But the boys don't feel like celebrating.
Don't move. Just don't move.
Their mother Amy's health hangs in the balance, miles away. The family split up, and now the boys await word on their mother Amy's condition.
How hungry are y'all? How many eggs should I be fixing?
Not hungry at all.
I could eat, man. Just fix up like 12 for me and whatever y'all guys want. All right, so hit the radio. The only way we're going to know what's going on with Mom is if Dad can get word through on the radio. And so it means we just have to sit here and wonder what's going on.
Guys, I'm trying not to think about it. My mind just keeps going to the worst possible scenario of like never seeing Mommy.
I don't even... Shut up. I don't even want to talk about that.
When you're sitting there waiting to be contacted and not being able to contact them and don't know what's going on, it's near impossible to think about anything else. It's one thing if I have something to focus on, a job that I have to do, but when you're really just sitting there waiting to hear back, your mind just travels to the worst possible scenario.
You know, guys, I've been trying for years to get Mom to slack off, let us do more, and she just keeps going and going. I mean, it's not easy to make Mom stop.
Mom isn't doing anything when she gets back.
No,
we're
gonna
completely
cook.
taking everything over.
We're cooking, we're gonna do everything now. I mean everything. She doesn't lift a freaking finger. And I mean that literally.
To me, the hardest part with something like this with Mom is the waiting. I hate to wait. I don't know what's going on, and all I can do is just nothing. It pace back and forth. I hate it.
There's no way, even if we borrowed somebody's phone or something, that we would be able to contact them. We don't even really know where they are to contact them. All we can do is leave somebody on here, so when Dad does call, because he will call, we answer it.
Yeah.
One more. This one's the muscle relaxer. Mom had a rough night last night, and we're still not exactly sure how severe her injury is, or when we'll be able to go home. The pills should kick in shortly. Mothers are the people that always take care of you when you're sick. They're the person you can always depend on for anything, always. But now that Mom's injured, it's my duty, it's my honor to ensure that she gets better and to take care of her until she does.
I won't go home.
Dad, you're coming in kind of quiet. It's probably the connection. How is Mom doing?
Hey, that was super weird. She's really hurting bad. She literally can't move around much or anything like that. We're just taking she was keeping an eye on her right now.
Today took a very sudden and unexpected turn for the worse.
Do you know when you're coming home? Over?
I don't know. Go ahead and go home. You'll know over there when you see us walking down the trail.
If Mom can't come back and live the lifestyle that we've always lived, it really could be devastating to the family. It could change our entire lives.
Is it life threatening?
I don't know.
is this something that's going to be permanent? Because if it is, that could completely change our entire lifestyle. I mean, we'll go from, a happy family in the woods to, who knows, we might have to move closer to a hospital. Our minds are racing just all the worst case scenarios.
Wanted to let you know that the day went really good. We got a lot of fish. We got everything taken care of. The boards are all loaded up on board. Over. Do you copy?
I'm going to get you.
On the next episode of Alaskan Bush People.
My design is revolutionary and changes smokers entirely.
The family is down one member, threatening their way of life.
It's going to be down for a while. Every kid we've got is going to have to step up a little bit more than they have.
Placing them dangerously behind in their preparations for winter.
We need meat. We only have a short window to get deer. Fire in the hole, everybody.
And risky decisions.
Okay, man, stick tight. Put your guns up.
Could prove fatal.
Guys, that means there's something wrong.
Safety, I need a medic right now.
Paying too much for insurance is painful, like getting stuck in the middle seat.
Trees scare me. Who could be scared of a tree? You know what's crazy? Squirrels are crazy. Maybe I was a squirrel in a past life. I don't know. It's possible.
But when you switch to eSurance, you could save an average of $462 and a lot of pay. It's as easy as switching seats.
Really? Thank you. I call it my plain cardigan. Hi, Dennis Quaid. Do you want me to keep this up? Because I didn't know if you were going to watch a movie I didn't see happen over there. When I was little, I lived in a tent for a whole summer.
When insurance is affordable, it's surprisingly painless.
It's time for some straight talk. It's tax refund time, and the big wireless companies play a game where they lure you in with a phone deal that locks you into a pricey contract. Don't play. With Straight Talk Wireless, get a Samsung Galaxy A10e for just $99 and our unlimited plan with no contract. All on America's best networks for up to half the cost. Make that tax time money win all year long. Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less.
High to the right, Gabe.
High to the right?
Yes, sir. Bring it in. 600 yards, quarter.
It's summer on Chichikov Island. And the Wolfpack is down one member, endangering their way of life.
We don't have a little while, that's my point here. Every kid we've got is going to have to step up a little bit more than they have.
With winter on the march, they are critically behind.
We need meat. We only have a short window to get deer.
And in the bush,
okay, man, stick tight. Put your guns up.
The consequences could be fatal.
Guys, that means there's something wrong.
Safety, I need a medic right now.
Deep in the Alaskan wilderness, there is a family that lives wild.
Let's go, time to wake up. Another beautiful day in the bush. Get to work, let's go.
Removed from mainstream America, they formed their own customs, their own accents.
One down, 9 more to go.
That's right, no, not at all.
I like it. You like it?
And their own laws of survival. After enduring tragedy,
I guess we just go on there, you know.
No, we don't have any other choice.
they work together to build a new home. Now, they are determined to maintain their way of life. This is a place beyond the frontier. These are Alaskan bush people. It's the Browns' first summer on Chichikov Island, and Bear is on a critical mission to find new hunting grounds so the family can stockpile meat before winter hits.
This time of year, there aren't any deer down around where Browntown is. They're all up high.
So I figured that I'll scout out a good area in the Alpine, because that should be deer city. I prepare fairly simply for scouts like this. I basically just ditch a lot of my gear that way I'm as light as possible, and then just go with the flow. Close where the deer are going to be now, and I'm gonna go beast mode. I'm gonna cover myself in mud. It'll cover my scent and my skin. I'm just gonna turn myself into a true wolf and stalk some deer. Oh yeah, this will be good. Perfect. I love finding new hunting spots. It's like my favorite thing to do. And this is a new hunting ground, and it's a prime spot.
It's all you. The barbarian warrior against the nail, okay?
Mom's stuck in the hospital right now with a really bad neck injury. And so we're just building her a bed downstairs so she doesn't have to go up and down the stairs. Tomato juice?
Good.
Oh, thanks. Whole tomatoes.
Nice.
And we aren't sure when Mom's going to be getting back. I mean, it could be any day or any minute.
The Brown family of 9 were off island in the remote bush community of Excursion Inlet.
Oh, good Lord. It's swollen, Amy, all the way down to your spine.
When Amy was hit with the worst pain of her life.
I'm afraid to touch you, Am.
Years of living in the bush have been hard on her body.
Don't move. Just don't move.
Her vertebrae are deteriorating, crushing the nerves in her neck.
Do you know when you're coming home? Over?
With no means of communication from their land, the Brown boys don't know that Amy has been discharged. And their mother is coming home.
Second, my back's killing me. Oh, did you hear that pop?
Just take a break. It's hard to see your wife in pain like that. We're always wondering, you know, when that one hurt or that one accident is going to put you down hard enough that it would really make it extremely difficult to live our lifestyle.
I hear them.
On. Hey, don't touch her on the side at all. I'm serious, man.
Out in the bush, accidents do happen. Like Daddy's broken his wrist like several times.
Thank you, precious.
But Mom's like a superhero, you know? She's the strongest lady in the world. And to see her so weak and so fragile, it just, yeah, it really hits me.
He said it swelled up the nerve that's coming up her spine, kinked on the side.
What's gonna fix it?
The biggest thing is she's not supposed to move. The doctor said that, you know, this could take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. And that would, would put a real negative on our lifestyle, I'll tell you right now. It could literally change the way we live. I'm kind of down with Mom for a while.
Right.
Well, I have to help her turn over right now.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take over everything in the house. You guys take over everything outside the house. Every kid we've got is going to have to step up a little bit more than they have. Just to survive every day, much less to grow and build and to keep going.
Well, don't worry, Dad. I'm always there to take your place as foreman on the jobs. Tell everybody what to do, make sure everything actually gets done.
Now you have the barking orders part down pat, but you might want to try making sure the orders are the right ones.
No, I'm not often nice to the way I go about things. I'm a little bit gruff. You know, too much sometimes, maybe. But Dad having to kind of fill Mom's role and also take care of Mom, I want to make sure everything's taken care of.
It's all got to be done right now.
Yeah, we don't want to go into another winter like we have before, unprepared. Like,
No.
think of like the winter of 95.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want this to be like the dread winter 95.
It was the winter of 95. 39 degrees below zero, not including wind shear.
We burned everything in that house to stay alive that year.
Inside paneling.
We burned stairs. We burned furniture we had built. As a family, that was probably the closest we've all come to actually huddling in the corner and not waking up. Right now, it would be good if y'all just got the attitude that the snow's already here.
Yeah.
Well, I was figuring that we were going to be needing some meat, so when you were in Juneau with Mom, I actually scouted out a pretty good area. You can see it from the garden, the bowl up there.
On top?
Yeah, the very, very top. It was pretty steep the direction I went up.
Is there a deer up there?
There are deer all over. I saw 2 bucks, several doe.
See, that'd be great, because We only have a short window to get deer. An alpine deer hunt is really, it's a dangerous hunt. That's why we don't send the kids on them. It's number one, it's just a climb up there.
It's a pretty steep climb. There's a couple treacherous spots, and it probably gets worse as it goes up.
Did you pass any bear on the way up?
I didn't see any specifically, but there were some around. This time of year, all the deer are up as high as they can get, but the bears are actually down low looking for fish in the stream. If you get a deer, then you're going to have to bring it down.
Kind of worried about y'all going up there, to be honest. Everything about it equates to danger on this hunt, and it really worries me. But right now, we need meat. We need it really bad, and this is the most guaranteed hunt that we can have. Let's get up some wood. Let's get the smoker done. Let's get these fish in. You need to go to town and get some stuff for your project. Let's just go do it. Let's get after it, guys.
It's like a plan.
I'm gonna check on Mom, guys.
Don't forget your apron.
While the rest of the family gets started on their projects, Matt makes the 10-mile trip to Hoona to find parts for his mom's root cellar and his favorite junkyard manager, Kenny.
What's the word, brother? It's always a good time to see Kenny because he's just one of those guys that brings you up. Kenny! How's it going, man? He's like I am. He's a little harebrained crazy. He's the ha-ha kind of guy, you know? Hanging around Kenny, you just can't be in a bummer mood. I just want something that I can put stuff in so that if a bear winds up tearing through the walls, he at least has a little bit of trouble getting in. A root cellar is basically an Alaskan refrigerator. It's big, it keeps stuff from spoiling or going bad as fast. Oh, what's your leg? I'm looking for something that I can basically put in my root cellar that will add a little bit of extra protection and maybe even keep it a little cooler.
Look at this thing.
No, that is kind of...
That ain't heavy duty. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get up on there, man.
Oh, yeah. Does it even open?
I don't know.
I don't think a bear could even chew through this
Walk
thing.
down pretty tight. There we go. Now you got it. Oh, it's pretty. This electric box that I found at the dump is perfect. I don't care what it was. I know what it's going to be, bro. I know the idea of a bear getting into my root cellar is far-fetched, but I'm going an extra mile here. I'm going to use this bulletproof cabinet, and there won't be anything getting my mom's tomatoes. This has served such a great purpose. You can tell what an important thing it was, and now it's just laying here to be run over by a dozer, you know? I mean, I can put this baby in the ground. I can mix it with nature.
What comes from the earth shall go back to the earth.
Amen, brother. I don't know if people would think that I'm crazy for hauling this 800-pound Frankenbridge thing all the way back to Brown Town. You okay?
Yeah.
Dude, there are probably those if they don't see the genius. Dude.
Fire in the hole, everybody. Before any hunt, it's a good idea to go out and target practice. We always do, just to make sure everything's right. If you're out just a degree on that scope, you're going to miss the deer by a long shot.
In an alpine hunt, there is not any room for a mistake. None whatsoever. As soon as you fire that shot, all the other deer, gone.
He's like in the middle of the box. Check it out.
Nice.
That's not how you use binoculars.
That's how I use binoculars.
Bird, Game, and Bear, I think they're the best team you can send up there.
Don't tease me.
Bird is a crack shot. Bird doesn't miss.
Tell me, bullseye.
And if they get, more than one deer, they're going to be dependent on Gabe a lot because Gabe can pretty much put one on his back, one on his arms, and walk down that mountain.
Take your time. There's no need to be nervous. It's not like we're having an audience.
Bear is about the best point man I've ever known in my life. He knows the forest so well. And that's why I've decided he's definitely going to lead the hunt. Where are you heading, Bear? It's like...
So right up there. Yeah, you see that bowl up there?
On the right? On the right by the bald one?
Yeah, on the right. That's the spot I scouted.
An alpine hunt is 10 times more dangerous than sending them out in muskeg for deer. But it's really important right now for the guys to get used to hunting and doing all these things on their own.
What I was thinking was that we'll leave before the sun comes up. That way we're there when it's coming up. We'll sit there and be waiting. We should get a deer or two. It's a lot of responsibility on me actually right now because I'm not only looking out for myself but also Bird and Gabe.
It's quite a hunt.
Well, you're sending a pretty good team then.
Not only do you have to make it past where the bears are, there are several spots that is an extremely large drop. It does make it more fun, but everyone will really have to watch what they're doing.
Coming up.
Hey, Bear, you sure you know where you're going?
In pitch first darkness, the hunt begins.
Bring your guns on.
And later, disaster strikes.
And Doug.
Give me your hand! I can save you! Lots of money with Liberty Mutual! We customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
All these people, not a nacho fry in sight. If Taco Bell won't keep nacho fries on the menu, we will. Let's go get that cheese.
Mexican spice, fancy.
What? You scared of a little flavor?
Nacho fries are back. It's over.
Oh. We just getting started.
Just when you think you got it figured out, that street will throw you a curveball.
This is real. Add the cans. You in Memphis tonight.
I'm kind of down with Mom for a while. Just all there is to it.
For the 9-member Brown family, with one of the Wolfpack down for the count, stockpiling food for winter has to be a priority.
I was figuring that we were going to be needing some meat, so I actually scouted out a pretty good area.
Is there a deer up there?
There are deer all over.
An alpine hunt is 10 times more dangerous, but right now we need meat. We need it really bad, and this is the most guaranteed hunt that we can have. Whoa, ho, ho, ho.
So, for the hunt?
Oh, okay.
Deer season is underway, and 28-year-old Bear is preparing to lead a pre-dawn hunt to bring home meat for the family.
Sheesh, this thing is oil badly.
Where's the grease?
What?
Oil.
Yeah.
You don't have any?
No, what it?
I don't have any. One of the main things you have to do to keep your gun in working order is to grease it. You can use gun oil, you can use motor oil.
What do you have? Hungry for chicken? Perfect.
You can even use oil from chicken.
There's like 1,001 uses for chicken grease. 1, you can clean your guns with it. 2, it's extremely flammable and good on fire. There you go. Then 3, it's also delicious.
Just make sure you don't get little bits of chicken in it. Other meats like deer, it sticks together too much. It coagulates, sticks up, and just doesn't work well, and it'll jam up the gun. But chicken grease doesn't.
Oh. Bear.
Better?
I can't argue with the results. With that chickeny smell. Oh, stay back.
We really need a smokehouse. We need something we can get a lot of stuff in, a lot of fish in.
Come on, here, fishing, fishing, fishing.
You know, the guys are really good excursion. They got quite a bit of salmon, at least a couple 100 pounds. Unless it's taken care of right now, it's going to go bad. So what are you thinking about? What size?
I was thinking 5 by 5 by 6 foot tall.
We can get like a half a deer in there if we wanted to. And we can do a lot of fish at once.
The construction for the smokehouse is relatively easy. We just have to build a foundation for it, frame it, put some walls on, fill in the door, a roof, and the final step is the stove.
Okay, hey, what do you want over it?
Doesn't really matter as long as it slants off that way. I need an overhang of at least 3 or 4 feet.
You mean 3 or 4 feet longer than the box?
Yeah.
Why?
I had an idea for a completely original smokehouse design. On the top of this 2-foot stove is a funnel with wood laid in it. Now what happens if you don't have a roof and it rains?
Okay,
It soaks the wood, puts out the fire, entire thing's useless. The problem with all smokehouses is you have to constantly feed that fire. But with my design, instead it was an automatic feeder.
We don't need to go quite as overkill as you're talking.
All I need is a board coming out here at an angle and one going down.
The Billy's style is definitely big and grand and make it as cool as he possibly can. But sometimes you need to just make whatever is going to work, you know, quick, fast, but properly.
We take the 1x and we just cut it 3 to 4 foot longer than we were going to and tack it on the roof. I extended roof for Noah.
I'm just going to start working with Bam a lot.
Because he likes to cut corners.
You'll still have your roof.
Everything doesn't have to be all framed out and perfect.
Don't even say that. You'll have nightmares over that tonight. He'll lay there going, it isn't square.
The guys that first built it weren't building it out of a book or with any diagram or set way. They just built it, and those are the ones that built the pyramids, Noah's Ark. I go on and on and on. I'm going to grab some 1x. I'll be right back.
Yes, I'm sure the original Noah cut corners on the Ark. And I'm quite certain that if something's worth doing, it's worth doing perfectly.
All right, Bam's gone. It's me here.
I'm telling you, I'm going to put Browntown in the Industrial Revolution.
Browntown might fight that, but we'll see.
We can try. We decided to make the smoke house a lot bigger than the last one. That way we can smoke either a lot of fish at once or an entire deer.
You know, you and Matt are very similar. You both have an air like you need to prove something. You, of all people, don't really need to prove anything, no.
No, I don't.
Sorry, did I get mud on your white shirt? You don't come to construction in a shirt you care about, man. Besides, you have to have plenty of those things, right? The way you like to wear white dress shirts all the time. Just pick it up, man.
It needs a cross. I usually tag everything I make it with a cross of some sort. That's because I believe that Christ isn't everything. And he's also one of the things that I create. Even though it's man-made, it's still made by God.
You got it all scouted out, you know, where you're going and all that good stuff?
Have the whole thing down. Get on it. It should be easy.
Basically, we want as many deer as you can get down safely, and everybody come down that goes up in the same shape they go up in. Nobody hurt, nobody...
Definitely. We'll just take our time and do it right.
Hunts like this were made for Bear, but he's not exactly the most cautious. Yeah, the biggest thing, just slow down, be careful. It's high. It's a tough place to get to. It's, you know... He's going to be responsible for his brother and sister right there. I'm trusting him to step up and put their safety first. I'm worried about, you know, somebody just doing something stupid and getting hurt. I'm worried about you kind of pushing them a little too hard where they will.
I won't be pushing them.
I don't mean to feed your ego, because it doesn't need to be fed at all.
What do you got?
Keep a good eye on them, seriously, and don't get complacent about the bears, of course.
Well, the hope for this hunt is to bring back food for the family. But my main goal is to make sure that everybody comes back safe.
And you know the rules. If you get in trouble, I'm going to hear a gunshot, I'm pretty sure.
You should.
When they're up there on the mountain, there's no way we can call them or radio them or talk to them. The only way we can communicate with each other is with gunfire. You go out and reel off 3.
Okay.
I'll answer with 1, like always.
Gotcha.
If you come back with 1, everything's fine. You come back with 3, the whole clan's on the way up there right then.
So I'll do the initial 3 to get your attention.
Yeah.
Same as Morse code, kind of.
Yeah, just keep your head together, keep it a little bit slower than it normally is. It'll be cool.
Piece of cake. Don't have to worry about anything.
I am extremely prepared for this hunt. It's my responsibility to bring back dinner.
Pour back.
We're gonna really have to watch what we're doing, that way no one gets hurt, and especially so no one gets killed.
The next morning, Bear is up early prepping for the hunt in order to reach the summit by sunrise.
So let's see all guys off. Yeah. Getting all ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Because I think you can't get up there and do your bear thing where you run off and everybody leave them just, stalking around in the dark. You have to hunt as a team.
Yeah, man, I know that. It's a team hunt, so we'll stick together, don't worry.
Now, the hunting party definitely needs to just respect the danger, watch what they're doing, take it easy, especially Bear being so extreme and everything. People try to keep up with him.
Also, don't forget that bears are mostly nocturnal. They do hunt at night.
Yeah. No, I'm getting the impression that you might not have woken up to see me off, but try to make sure I'm doing everything correctly.
Guys. Hey, good morning, man. Morning. Honey.
Now, guys, the plan is we go up cautiously, we
watch each other's back. We stick together as a team because we're leaving in the dark, so that makes it even more dangerous. As soon as we take the shot on the deer, the clock starts ticking. Because as soon as there's blood on the ground, it's going to attract every bear in the area.
The hunters are more important than the deer.
I don't know what I'd have done, Bam, if you weren't going to hold my hand and send us all away.
Well, somebody has to send your ass off, right?
No, we appreciate it, man.
Get some sleep, man.
Oh, I guess.
Be safe. Morning, guys.
Morning.
28-year-old Bear Brown is leading his brother Gabe and his sister Birdie on an alpine deer hunt.
We watch each other's back because we're leaving in the dark, so that makes it even more dangerous.
But this is bear country, and they're not alone in the woods.
Starting this hunt out in the dark makes it that much more difficult, but we have to be at the top when the sun actually comes up, because that is the prime time for deer.
Hey, Bear, you sure you know where you're going?
Yeah, I got it. Oh, yeah.
Is this the way you went?
No, this is around. That's the way I scout it. Do you hear that? It's out in the woods. It could be a bear. Guys, let's stay tight. Bring your guns up. That way, yeah. It's a bear.
When you're hunting like this, you don't want to fire a shot to scare off a bear, because it'll scare off all the game around. It's best to just skirt around him.
Go this way instead. Let's keep as quietly as possible.
Skirting around the mountain is going to cost us time that we don't really have. It's already an arduous journey, and that's just that much more on our plate.
We're kind of losing the cover of darkness, if you haven't noticed. We might should just go up the steep way. We're in for a climb anyway, right?
Every bone in my body wants to climb up to the top of this alpine as fast as I possibly can and get a deer. But I'm not here by myself. I'm here with the team.
I mean, I know everyone can make the climb, but there's no need to push it to be that much more dangerous. I think it'd be better if we just went ahead and took our time and went the nice and safe, easy route.
I am going to do whatever it takes to make sure that we get deer and make sure everybody comes back safe.
Let's move, guys.
As long as we get there early before we count. I need a drink, please.
A mile down the mountain, Browntown is just waking up.
Water, water, water. We need lots and lots of water. You good? No, that's city water. Isn't it good?
Oh, yes.
The hunters could be back by evening with a fresh deer, and Noah wants to be ready to smoke it.
Now that the roof is on the actual smoke house, I can move my attention to building the actual smoke box itself.
Noah is building a wood-burning stove for the smokehouse based on an original design he conceived for a steam engine.
When I was tasked with building another smokehouse after the bear destroyed the other one,
Oh my gosh.
We have bears.
Oh, a smoker.
it hit me. To truly smoke fish, it takes about 24 hours to do it. And the problem with an ordinary smoker is you have to constantly be putting the wood in the stove. Just have to constantly feed that fire. But with my design, my automatic feeder, it makes it where you don't.
As the wood burns, it raises a pressure plate inside the stove, which rotates the fire extinguisher fitted with slots, dropping new wood into the fire.
As far as I know, it's completely original and changes smokers entirely.
Noah, we gotta talk, man. I love the dream house you're building, but it's taking too long.
Well,
Those fish are gonna rot out on us. We need the smoker operational as quick as possible.
when you first walked up, you just said, and I need to talk, not we need to talk, because apparently all you're doing is informing me.
I suppose more accurately, I should have said I need to talk to you.
In some instances, I have a tendency to get a little bit hands-on, a little bit hot-headed, and I am trying to take a page out of my dad's book and be a little bit just less intense.
But can you real quick just take my stove and hook that up to the smoker? Sure, let's do that. Let's go ahead and get the smoker operational and start smoking the fish so we don't lose them.
I'm completely willing to sacrifice my designs so that we can have the fish now. Progress has to suffer, but at least the family won't.
Now, don't stop work on this. I mean, fix that, and then you can go right back to this and get my stove back.
Oppenheimer didn't stop creating the nuke merely because they had missiles.
I don't need a nuke. Just trying to smoke some fish.
You obviously don't understand the metaphor.
Hey, Kenny! Well, Kenny, he's one of my best friends, you know, and he heard about my mom being sick and that I'm out here trying to build this root cellar for her and everything, and he came out to give me a hand. And welcome to my home, man. Oh, bear print, check that out. Wow. Naturally made, man, yeah. This was going to be a drawbridge. Now I'm just going to go ahead and plank it and make it a walkway, you know? Nice. And come on in, man. Woo. Recognize the carpet. Yeah, brother. Pardon the mess. I've got stuff everywhere.
This is my, first time ever out here in Browntown. There's some good stuff going on out here.
Boom, window. Porthole.
A lot of this stuff came from me up at work, and whatnot, and it's great to see this stuff out here.
Check it out, man. I got this thing out of the dumpster. That's my knife throwing target.
Uh-oh.
I got my own bell here.
Gong,
Yeah. I've been working on this dang root cellar for a long time, and I'll tell you, I am really stoked to have my buddy Kenny help me finish it. I was wanting to do something a little more grand scale. The Browns have always used what we call the bush refrigerators, where you dig a hole, you put your stuff in there, and then bury it. The coolness of the earth keeps it cold. We can build the roof however tall it winds up, and then we'll just take the rest of this dirt from around the other side.
Case it right in,
yeah. Yeah, man, totally. Ha-ha! Mom's always wanted a root cellar, and this year, I'm gonna give her one.
After a 4-hour trek, Bear, Gabe, and Bird have reached the hunting grounds 2,600 feet above Browntown.
There's no wonder the deer like it up here.
Oh, yeah. It's a great idea, that's for sure. Getting to the top of the Alpine in the early morning was a good idea, but so far it hasn't paid off.
See anything, Bird?
Nah.
What's he saying? I think I see a deer.
There were tons of deer last time I was here. Now they seem to be really scarce. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. The weather could have had them where they're hiding under the bushes more. Maybe they went down a little bit further.
Hey guys, you hold right here and keep your eye for any deer in this spot here. If you see them, take them.
Sounds good. When Bear was telling us about this spot, he's like, deer will be everywhere. But we get there and there are no deer. Did you see anything?
I know you're out there.
Make sure to check the tree line as well, not just the open spot.
A lot of the time, you won't see anything. And then all of a sudden, right where you're looking, there will be a deer there.
To me, there is no worse feeling than letting my family down, knowing that everybody is holding their breath, depending on me, and I look around on the top of this mountain where there should be thousands of deer, and there is absolutely nothing.
Coming up, Bear makes a disturbing discovery. And later, an unexpected message from Browntown sends a shockwave up the mountain.
For centuries, the world's greatest minds have tried to solve the world's greatest mysteries. My name is Rob Riggle. I'm chasing down fresh leads on the questions that have been perplexing humanity through the ages.
What are you doing?
You're gonna get the Holy Grail.
I'm gonna be rich!
What is it with the Scots and tunnels? What are you guys trying to hide? I'm gonna show these locals how it's done. A secret piece of history right there. Literally swinging from vines. Let's solve the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle. This place really is like a time machine.
Nobody's been inside this for 75 years.
It's a staircase. You really have dug yourself into a hole there, haven't you? Oh, hey, look! It's an SS helmet.
Expedition Unknown, all new, Wednesdays at 8, followed by the Expedition After Show. It's all Josh, all night on Discovery.
I'm a gold miner. It's all about searching for a dream. Welcome to Montana, fellas. Is it a gamble? Heck yeah, it's a gamble.
An all-new Gold Rush, Dave Turin's Lost Mine, Fridays at 9 on Discovery.
There's something about these streets. Everybody's trying to get that money. I've invited
gathered 8 street racing legends to fight it out for the biggest cash prize in street racing history.
Hell yeah!
These people ready to fight. They're ready to die for it. They're ready to do anything they can. We're about to find out who's the fastest in America. Let's do it!
Street Outlaws, fastest in America. All new Mondays at 8 on Discovery and Discovery Go.
Just when you think you got it figured out, that street will throw you a curveball.
This is real, as it gets.
You're in Memphis tonight.
Keep your eye on any deer in the small here. If you see them, take them.
Bear, Gabe, and Bird are on an alpine hunt high above Browntown.
I think I see a deer.
Back at camp.
How you feeling, Mom?
Tired.
Yeah. I'm just grabbing tools and stuff. I wanted to check on you on the way through. But think everybody, you know, their mom is someone that is a very special person in their life. And that's the scariest thing about seeing her in this kind of predicament right now.
While Amy slowly recovers, Matt continues to work on the root cellar for the family to store their food for the winter.
Originally, I thought this project was going to move a lot faster. I didn't really have a blueprint when I started, except for in my head. And in my head, some things, you know, don't work the same as in reality, like gravity, for instance.
If you want to know how to do it the right way, though, I'll just be right here.
I think...
She said the problem is I wanna do it with her mom. Only thought I had a threesome. I just wanna try it. But every time I ask her, she always...
Calm down. Yeah. Yeah. Go on, man. You'll be it. Hey, Mom. Would you do one of them cakes with me? One of them cakes. One of them cakes.
What cake?
The lemon cakes. Mom? Empress.